Chag Sameach. There is a saying that Jews have very long goodbyes. We don't just get up and leave. We come over and we say a long goodbye, and then we're still there. And then we say another long goodbye and hugs and appreciation, and then we're still there. And finally, a little bit later, we make our way out and we walk. I remember growing up in Jerusalem and seeing my parents and their friends, and goodbyes and hellos were very extensive and very full experiences that went on and on. And the reason we do it is because we know that what is important in life is spending time with the people we love, and that's what's precious, and that's what gives us a feeling of meaning in life. Sharing in what's happening, sharing in what's on our hearts, eating together. And these past few years has been even more, so much more important with everything going on in our world. I don't think COVID has been very good for Jews. And I have someone here at the synagogue who I know loves to give a hug to everybody when they say hello. So what do you do when you can't give a hug to another person? How do you express yourself? And it's not only about showing care, it's not only about connecting, but it's really about the power of fellowship, which is such an important part of that's developed as part of our culture over thousands of years, those close bonds, and those feelings of sharing a certain way, and a language, and really a treasure of our people. And so when the world is the way it is, those connections are so much more important. Today, during Yizkor, we included a prayer for Shemini Atzeret as a recollection of those moments that we spend during the holidays with our beloved departed ones. And there's one for every holiday in the new book. And they're there because part of the holidays is recalling those memories and those experiences and those times that we were with the people we love. And they're no longer there in those same moments, the dinners, the rituals, not the same without them, and the fullness they brought to it, the stuff of life. So yesterday was Hoshana Rabbah, which is the conclusion of the period of judgment. We say the judgment begins on Rosh Hashanah and then ends at Hoshana Rabbah. Though some say it ends at Hanukkah, but right, we have Rosh Hashanah, we have Yom Kippur, we have the 7 days of Sukkot. And yesterday we did Hoshanot. That's what we do on Hoshana Rabbah. We parade around the room. The Hoshanot are about salvation. We say, save us. So after all of our prayers, maybe we can raise all of our prayers to 2 words. Save us. That's just the basic prayer. And then intense mourning, Hoshana Rabbah, of intense work. And so then we come to this day of Shemini Atzeret. And Shemini Atzeret is literally the rest of this 8th day. On this day, you don't have to walk around the procession 8 times. You don't have to shake the lulav in a trunk. It's just a day of simple rest and of being together, and not to leave abruptly, but to have a goodbye in a day where we enjoy the closeness and companionship and intimacy and joy. And as the Midrash imagined it, it's like a sovereign who invited all of his children for a great big feast and a period together. And then the time for goodbyes has come, and the sovereign says, no, I'm not ready to say goodbye. I'm going to say, you're staying for 1 more day. And there are no plans for that day. We're not going to go out and do anything. We're not going to extend it more. We're just going to enjoy each other's company. And I think this year, with so much happening in the greater world, we also need to know that there is a place where we can just rest and feel that togetherness. And this is one of those places that we have. Synagogue, community, other people. Just a place where we can rest and enjoy that. Not having to do any more than that. Just a day where we remember and pray that there is, however we see it, a parent, a cosmic parent overseeing all of this. And we can allow ourselves just to be in this space, being cared for, enjoying being with our brothers and sisters, having another piece of cake. For so much of our time in this school of life, we're just too busy to do all of this. We immersed in the details of our lives. And even when we're together, are we really together? We're just going in and out. But then every now and then we have a day when we can truly catch up with dear friends, beloved family members, and think about only what's there, and all the else is just pushed away. We can just breathe and be alive, relaxing and resting. And it's also the reason we begin to pray for rain on this day. In the Musaf service, we begin to pray to rain, because rain is a symbol of that downpour, of that experience. In Israel, right, there's no rain between the months of the spring and now. And therefore, this is the moment of time when the rain just begins to fall. And the rain is a blessing. You also have to be aware and ready for the rain. I once made the mistake in Israel, before the first rain had come, of going away and leaving all the windows open. And the rain came just a day. It was a disaster. But rain, on the other hand, when you're in parched desert land, is really a wonderful thing, a real blessing. And this is what just being together is like on our inner soul. It gives a sense of suddenly bringing life and love and all the things that nurture our inner being. The rain is grace falling. And so tomorrow and tomorrow is Simchat Torah. And then suddenly it's the same experience but taken to another level. The goodbye includes also another feature, and that is being with the Torah and just dancing with it. And Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, he would say, the Torah is God's love letter to us. And so much of the year we look at it, we think about it, but this night we just dance with the love letter, and we feel present and express our joy. And this is the conclusion of everything, of all of the last month. So we say about Yom Kippur in the Talmud that there is no other joyous day in the whole year as Yom Kippur and as Tu B'Av. Tu B'Av was the Shidduch day. And so Yom Kippur was considered to be the Shidduch between us and our God. And then Sukkot is the canopy, the 7 days, 7 days of feasting. And then we stick around for one more day. And so the joke is that, right, other people, they leave without saying goodbye. They just leave. But when Jews leave, they say goodbye and they don't leave. But maybe it's a quality, it's a good thing, of the understanding that preciousness of sharing and being and talking, especially after a long period. You don't just walk away. So the Talmud has a law that when a person is saying goodbye, I believe it's for Shabbat, when you say goodbye to a guest, you shouldn't just close the door on them, but you should leave the door open and wait till you can't see them anymore. And that's the nicest way of saying goodbye until they're out of sight. What a very beautiful custom. And I urge you to try it. To let us all find that space of just a little bit more holiday, a little bit more precious time, being present, of dancing, of expressing joy. Chag Sameach.